Welcome to Brave Healer Productions. It's time to experience what's possible. So, what if there's something you haven't learned yet that could change everything? Welcome, everyone. I'm Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions Publishing, where we are helping the world experience what's possible. And here today to help me with that mission is the lead author of one of our newest books. This one is called Shamanic Leadership: Authentic Strategy and Service Beyond Performance. Welcome, Angel Gold. What's happening?
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks, Laura.
Okay, normally I would wait for a few minutes before I do this, but you guys, please feast your eyes on this. Like, I just can't help myself. I just want everyone to like see this and stare at this. Give a little shout out to the artist here for a minute.
Wilbur Tate, thank you
Yeah.
so much. It's
Oh
incredible.
my gosh. Like, can you guys, can you even look away? If you try. Like, I can't. Every time I pull this picture up, I swear, Angel, I'm like, oh, like it's just
I know, right?
hypnotic.
It
Yeah.
is. You killed it. It's so good. It's so
Um,
good.
all right, you guys, give me a second to really formally introduce this incredible visionary woman here. Angel Gold is a modern shaman, author, and visionary guide devoted to awakening sovereign leadership in a time of collective transformation. Her journey has been one of fire, fracture, and rebirth, from surviving trauma and collapse to reclaiming her voice as a leader and medicine carrier. Angel embodies the path of the wounded healer who has transmuted her pain into power and created medicine for the world. Angel, give me a little bit of the why behind the woman and this book.
Oh my goodness. Um, I knew my mission right from when I could actually understand what that meant. You know, I've been teaching my entire life. I've been struggling my entire life. Being born with a hip that wasn't correct and lived the first year of my life in a brace held down. Um, and so that will is there, that fire has has pushed me through all the way through my life this last 50-ish some years. And trying to find language to help people heal through some of these traumatic events that they go through, because we're all looking for internal freedom and wellness. And I don't know, I had my mission. I've known my mission my whole life.
This is a book about healing. This is a book about leadership. How is that both things, or is that both things for you?
I think the universe kind of directing me into the gymnastics world is where I learned to merge the leadership with healing. The sporting community really shaped what a container looked like for me. You know, I can remember my instructors and then myself after, when I was instructing, saying, when as soon as you walk in that door, the outside world doesn't exist. So I was trained from a very, very young age to understand what turning the outside world off meant. And then I did it for 30 years. And we know mastery takes practice. And so I feel like I was walking the shamanic path before I even knew what the shamanic path was. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I want to know how you define, like, what's the difference between regular leadership and shamanic leadership?
I think understanding that energetic layer, you know, anybody can show up and shout out direction, you know, when it's coming from your brain. You know, everybody can learn and read the information, but can you take it from your brain and embody it, understand it, alchemize it, work through your shadows, and show up and teach from your heart and understand that the human that you're seeing in front of you, no matter how old they are, you are interacting with their inner child, and that takes reverence and respect. You know, and understanding how you show up and how you hold space determines the level of healing and mentorship and inspiration that can happen in another human. And I think that's where the shamanic piece comes in, understanding the energetics of leadership, not just the physical show up and this is what you need to look like. How are you feeling inside? What's going on inside?
I was in a session the other day with a coach, and he was talking a little bit about, you know, that quote that goes something like, we're the sum of the five people we most hang out with, you know, da da da. Well, he made this statement, and it went something like, you know, we as an individual will rise or fall to the level of the beliefs of the people around us and what they think of us, whether they're actually verbalizing it or not, equals the energy that they are thinking and believing with. And I'm like, whoa, okay, you just gave the why to that quote of, you know, get some five good people around you. And you're talking about, this is the energetics of it, because, you
Right,
know, that precedes us into a room. Like, what do you
right.
want to say about that?
Know your people. You know, I've this last year I've navigated a pretty ruthless discard in a divorce, because of perceptions on how to show up with reverence and respect. And so it's stepping into rooms that understand that already, you know, because we don't have much time on earth. We think we have lots of time, but what are you doing with your time? And so I'm done wasting my time with people who choose to disrespect me.
Yeah. And then maybe let's flip that. Like, when we can focus our intention and attention in the other direction, I mean, we can make some magic. I think that's part of the shamanic path, also. Like, not
Exactly.
to mention the wolf medicine, which I need to ask you about, but right. So tell me a little bit about that magic. Like, you know, you've experienced some pretty magical things with the way that you practice with your intuition, the way that you can help an individual with their energetics. What part of that turns you on the most?
Well, one of my gifts is seership, being able to see not only energetics but physically. And so when I can witness a human get it, like that click moment where everything aligns in their body, to be able to visually and somatically hold space and witness that shift in a human, to me is uh, that is just such a bliss moment for me. That's what it's all about. And I think that's why I coached gymnastics for as long as I did, because taking the kids to the edge, to that next thing that they never thought they were going to be able to do, and then witness and cheerlead and support, that that feeds me. That's incredible.
So, just give me a little bit on the wolf medicine, please. Help people understand why those wolves on the front cover.
Well, I can't remember. I'm seeing a quote come in my head right now. I can't remember who it's from, but there, in therapy, there is a place where if the trauma is so deep, it's easier to give it an archetype to help merge it into your body. And I believe that shamans were onto this way before the psychologists figured it out. Right. And so, animal medicine for me, with what I have experienced in my life, it was, it came very young. I think in the book, in the beginning, I write about meeting Willow White Wolf, my wolf inside my archetype. And I was little. I was 4 or 5 years old when that happened. And so I think, again, it was just a natural movement into animal medicine and understanding how deeply connected I was with the world and the animals and the messages. And that came natural to me. I didn't have to learn it. And so, for people who experience trauma on such a deep level, sometimes having those archetypes helps them move through it smoother.
So, a quick thanks to Jorge Luis Delgado. You know, he's written some beautiful words on the back of the book. In Eastern Europe, Wilka translates to wolf. May the medicine and the shamanic work of art activate the light you are and connect you to your solar feral wolf archetype within. So that's just the first two lines of that back cover, which was tiny font. So I needed my glasses.
It is tiny.
Um, and I love reading. I love reading the whole rest of his words on the back about the wolf, but also about the light within, and taking responsibility for shining it back out onto people and really helping people that way. And I know you
And
have a
that is a new piece of medicine coming from Jorge as well. He has been such a huge supporter of me through this last year in this transition that I'm going through. And it was his wish to share new medicine that is also coming to him from his teachers. And this, with the note being that it's time to unhook from lineages and own what's coming from here. So there's this movement coming that, well, and we've seen it, like the gurus are being exposed, right? And so Jorge's message, which is, you know, the medicine dripping down to us, is stand in your power. Don't give your power away to anyone, not only teachers, anyone. And that is also a part of wolf medicine.
I love it. It is very powerful. That's a very powerful message. We of course have a big thank you to him, but also I'm going to go first. Thank you to all of the co-authors in this beautiful book. Thank you for stepping up to share your vulnerable stories and be a part of this gorgeous book. Your medicine is mastery, and to give the gifts of your medicine in this book is pretty badass. Angel, what's your message to your co-authors today?
My goodness, it has been a ride, and I am so blessed and grateful that you said yes to this ride. It has been a longer ride than the normal books, but I also believe it's brought us closer together. And I don't see this as just a one-off. Like these are soul family humans that have gathered for this space. And through this last year of my transition, they're showing up in the ways to give me the mirrors that I need for my own healing. And that's what this is. It's a group of mirrors. It's a group of people that vibrate along that same ray of light, that know their mastery, that know their gifts. And that's why I had them share in the book.
Well, this is one of the favorite chapters of mine that I've written actually for our collaborations, mostly because it's about my hawk medicine. So I put a little big bird into the wolf book
You
because
did, and I love it.
I have to do it, you guys. That's one of my signs from the universe that I am following the sacred breadcrumbs. So thanks for having me back for the shamanic leadership book.
I wouldn't have had it any other way. You have been such a huge, huge, the container that you have held, and not just for this book, from the beginning of my journey of writing. It has been under your tutelage. And so I just thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, my total pleasure and purpose, honestly. All right, you have kind of a lot going on aside from the book. Like, tell us, how do people work with you? What's going on in your world? Tell us about the school.
Wow, I have been on a really exciting adventure with the platform school. It's, you know, the cosmic breadcrumbs come when they're supposed to. And so I know this is it. Um, I saw advertisements on social media about school, and then a week later there was a in live event in the city that I live in, and I'm like, how's that even happen? And so I went, met some incredible humans that are running the platform, and I'm just on my own excellent adventure over there. I have opened a community there called the Fireheart Mystery School, where the authors and I come in once a week and have Q&As and dive deep and kind of hot seats and that kind of stuff. And then on Sundays, I'm reading. So I'm pulling out my old preschool teacher, and we're doing story time on Sundays, and sometimes it's the book. And I'm going to read Robert Munch as well. Like whatever my heart and my inner child wants to read, Sundays is going to be about play and reading. So that's happening. The platform, my community, is free to join. And then there's also paid tiers and then high ticket coaching as well. So it's everything. It's all in one. And it's like a Facebook feed. It's very similar to that. It's like Evolved Facebook. And I love it. So if you want to join, reach out. I can give you the link. And yeah, it's incredible.
Awesome. Yeah, of course, we've got a bunch of links down below in the show notes for them to connect with you too. I hope you guys explore all of that. Angel, things have been kind of interesting in the world lately. What do you want to leave people with today as that message of encouragement for them on this journey of ours?
To remember that it is a journey. We are here to experience humanity, and that is the full spectrum. We're here to sit in our emotions. We're here to sit in our avatar and witness the world and then engage how we want to engage. We get to choose. And I think that's what humans forget. You get to choose where your attention goes. And if you're having trouble choosing that and you're feeling yourself being pulled, that means that there's some subconscious agreements running in the background that you need to wrangle. So understand you're here to play, you're here to experience everything, and especially joy, especially love. That's what I think Earth School is here for us to remember that we are love. So
Yeah.
remember that. Remember your love. And there's people around that can help you remember that if you're struggling.
That is for sure. Angel, thank you so much for what you do in the world. Thank you for being here today to share it with everybody. I'm very excited about shamanic leadership. You guys, this is way more than a book. You can hear it from Angel today. This is a generous community of badasses, right? And you really aren't alone ever, especially in this community. So come on down into the show notes, check Angel's links out, explore what she has going on. Of course, the book is here. We would love for you to hop over to Amazon and grab your copy of this amazing book. The link is down below for that as well. Lastly, today, everyone, your words will change the world when you're brave enough to share them. So it is time to be brave. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.